Now we shall begin with the solo poetry.
Linguistic humor, the English lesson. We'll begin with box, and the plural is boxes. But the plural of ox should be oxen, not oxes. Then one fowl is goose, but two are called geese. Yet the plural of moons should never be me's. You may find a lone mouse or a nest full of mice. Yet the plural of house is houses, not heist. If the plural of man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pan be called pen? The cow in the plural may be cows of kine, but the plural of vow is vows, not vine. I speak of my foot and show you my feet. If I give you a boot, would a pair be called bead? If one is a tooth and whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of boot be called bead? If the singular is this and the plural is these, why shouldn't the plural of kiss be named keys? Then one may be that and three may be those, yet the plural of hat would never be hose. We speak of a brother and also of brethren, but though we say mother, we never say medren. The masculine pronouns are he, his, and him. But imagine the feminine, she, shish, and shim. So our English, I think, you all will agree, is the craziest language you ever did see. I take it, you already know. I'm tough and bold, and cuff and dough. Others may stumble, but not you. I'm hiccup, thorough, slough, and true. Well done! And now you wish, perhaps, to learn of less familiar traps. Beware of heard, a dreadful word that looks like bird and sounds like a bird. And dead, it's said like bed, not bead. For goodness sake, don't call it deed. Watch out for meat and grain and thread. The rhyme is sweet and straight and dead. A mark is not a mocking mother, nor bolting bother, rotting brother. And here is not a match for there, or dear and fear for bear and pair. And then there's does and rows and loos. Just look them up, and goose and shoes, and work and card and ward, and front, and ward and sword. Then do and go, then twat and cart. Come, a party made a start. A dreadful language, why man alive? I've learned to talk it when I was 5. And yet to write it the more I tried, I hadn't learned it at 55. Thank you.
The Equipment by Edgar Albert Kist. Figure it out for yourself, my lad. Figure it out for yourself, my lad. You have all that the greatest of men have had. 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a brain to use if you would be wise. With this equipment, they all began. So start from the top and say I can. Look them over, the wise and great, then take the food from a common plate. And similar knives and forks they use, with similar places they tie the shoes. The world considers them brave and smart, but you had all they had when they made the start. You can trim and cut the skill, you can be great if only you will. You will equip for what fight you choose. You have legs and arms and a brain to use. And the man who has risen great deeds to do began his life no more than you. You are the handicap you must face. You are the one who must choose your place. You must say where you want to go, how much you study the truth to know. lets you decide what you want to be. Courage must come from the soul within. The man must furnish the will to win. So figure it out for yourself, my lad. Figure it out for yourself, my lad. You were born with all that the great have had. With your equipment, they all began. Get hold of yourself and say I can. Get hold of yourself and say I can. Thank you.
Try again by Thomas H. Palm. Just a lesson you should heed. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Then your courage should appear. For if you will persevere, you will never fear. Try again. Once or twice, though you should fear. If you would at the last prevail, try again. If we strive, it has no disgrace, though we do not win the race. What should you do in the case? Try again. If you find the task is hard, time will bring you your reward. Try again. All that other folks can do, why? Patience, should not you? Only keep this rule in view. Try again.
The West Wind by John Speed. It's a warm wind, the west wind, full of birds' cries. I never hear the west wind, but tears are in my eyes. For it comes from the westlands, the old brown hills, and April's in the west wind, and daffodils. It's a fine land, the westland, for hearts as tired as mine. Apple orchards blossom there, and the air is like white. There is cool green grass there, where men may lie and rest, and the thrushes have been sung there, fluting from the nest. Will ye not come home, brother? Ye have been long away. It's April and blossom tide, and white is the May, and bright is the sun, brother, and warm is the rain. Will ye not come home, brother, home to us again? The young corn is green, brother, where the rabbits run. It's blue sky and white clouds, and warm rain and sun. It's song to a man's soul, brother, fire to a man's brain, to hear the wild bees and see the merry spring again. Larks are singing in the west, brother, above the green wheat. So will ye not come home, brother, and rest your tired feet? Up a balm for bruised hearts, brother, sleep for aching eyes, says the warm wind, the west wind, full of birds' cries. It's the white road westward, the road I must tread, to the green grass, the cool grass, and rest for heart and head, to the violets and the warm hearts, and the thrush's song, in the fine land, the westland, the land where I belong. Thank you.
My name is Tupten Ryan Lama, and I will be reciting the poem 4 a.m. after a panic attack by Anonymous. You will lay in your room and question your fate. You will question every decision you've ever made, and you will come to the conclusion that nothing you did was right. You will come to the conclusion that this world isn't meant for you. It never was. It never will be. You will not get up off the floor. You will not take a shower or meditate or decide to open the curtains. Instead, you will close your eyes and pray that the terror ends soon. But it will not. But it doesn't hurt to pray. You will think. You will be wrong. But when are you not? You will gasp for air every other second. You will feel your heart hammering in your chest, and your heartbeat will echo in your ears. Your tears will refuse to stop dripping from your eyes and puddling hiding around you. Your words will claw at your throat, begging you, see me, please see me. You will feel like the world is ending, and all that's left is you. It is not, and neither are you, but the people around you will fall silent. No one will ask you how you've been. No one will ask you what you need. The branches will keep rapping on your windows, and the wind keeps whistling your name. The silence is deafening when it is yours. You will lay in your bed for 3 weeks. That will turn into 3 months, then into 3 years. Your pillows will become tombstones, and your bed will become your grave. Your lover will plant flowers over your headboard, and your friends will cry to the sad music you used to put on the speakers. They miss the safety more they miss you. You will turn into acid and dust and sit between the floorboards of the place you once called home. They will turn it into a church and position pews all over your remains and pour holy water over every square inch. They will not realize they are setting themselves on fire until it's too late. Thank you.
Talking Cave, an extract from Panchatantra. There lived a lion in a forest. One day the lion wandered the whole forest, but he could not find any prey. Soon he was tired. The sun was about to set, but the lion still could not find any prey. "Ah, I had to fast today," said the lion with a deep sigh, trying to console himself. As he was returning to his cave, he saw another cave. Let me go inside the cave and see if I can find a prey inside the cave." As he walked into the cave, but the cave was empty. The lion sighed. Suddenly, he had an idea. He thought, "The sun is about to set. The animal which lives inside this cave should come here soon. Let me hide inside the cave. I'll get a prey without any effort. That would satisfy my hunger." Thinking this, the lion hid himself inside the cave. The cave belonged to a fox. The fox is a clever and cunning animal. As he walked, he looked towards the cave around cautiously. He picked his ears to hear the slightest sound and twisted his nose to smell an animal. Even in the faint light of the setting sun, he spotted some marks on the ground. "Ah, the footprints of lion," said the fox, surprised. "The footprints lead towards the cave, but there are no footprints of coming out. That means the lion must be waiting for his prey to enter the cave. That's good that I came before the night falls. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spotted the footprints." The fox thought of a plan. He happily shook his tail and said, "Oh cave, oh cave." He remained quiet for some time. Once again he said, "Oh cave, oh cave. Why are you so quiet today? Every day when I call you, you greet me saying, 'Welcome friend, how was your day today?'" The lion, who was hiding inside the cave, thought this cave must be welcoming the fox every day with these words. But today, my presence here has frightened it, so it's not opening its mouth. Let me speak instead of the cave. "Oh cave, said the fox again. "Welcome friend, how was your day today?" said the lion as softly as he could. But the lion can never suppress its majestic voice. The cave echoed with its voice. The animals living in the surrounding were alerted with his roar. As lion thought, the fox would now enter the cave. But he heard the fox saying, "Oh lion, can a cave ever talk? Well, goodbye." As the lion peeped outside, he saw the fox running away.
to save his life.
Thank you. Respected brothers, teachers, judges, and my dear friends. My name is Arya Rai, and today I would like to take a moment to speak about one of the most powerful and often underappreciated forces in our lives, our teachers. The influence of a teacher extends far beyond the classroom. They not just shape our minds, they shape our academic understandings, discipline, and our confidence. A kind word from a teacher can rebuild a student's shattered confidence. They spend their own money on classroom supplies, and they have a pressure on and changing syllabuses in the class. To this dedication, teachers become life changers in our lives. A teacher stays up all night to help a struggling student. The teacher sometimes may have health issues or family stress or financial issues, just like anyone else. But yet, despite all these hurdles, they show up to school every day with a smile on their face, with energy and patience and willingness to do their best. So today, I would like to thank all the teachers who are here for their dedication to teach us. And thank you for coming every day to school with a smile on your face and teaching us everything which we don't know. To all the teachers out there, thank you for lighting our path, even though your path isn't easy. Thank you.
Howard's Mother by Mary Dawn Bryan. The woman was old and ragged and grey, and bent with the chill of winter's day. The street was wet with the recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. She stood at crossing, waited long, alone, uncaped, amid the throng of human beings who passed her by, nor heeded the glance of her anxious eye. Down the street, with laughter and shout, glad in the freedom of school let out, came the boys like a flock of sheep, hailing the snow-piled wide and deep. Past the women so old and grey, hastened the children on the way, nor offered a helping hand to her, so meek, so timid, afraid to stir, lest the carriages will or horses' feet to crowd her down in the slippery street. At last came one of the merry troop, the gayest laddie of all the group. He paused beside her and whispered low, I'll help abroad if you wish to go. Her aged hand on the strong arm, she placed and flowed without hurt or harm. He guided the trembling feet along, proud that his own were young and strong, and back again to his friends he went, his young heart happy and well content. She's somebody's mother, boys you know, for all she's aged and poor and slow. Hope some fellow will lend a hand to help my mother to understand, if ever she's old and poor and slow, when her own dear boy is far away, and somebody's mother will low her head in her home that night. The prayer, she said, was God to be kind to the noble man who was somebody's son and cried and joy. Thank you.
Another speech from Macbeth. Is this a dagger which I see before me, the handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat of restraint? I see thee yet in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else with all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dozen gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now over the 1/2 world, nature seems dead. And wicked dreams abuse, the curtains leave, witchcraft celebrates, pale Hecate's offerings and withered murder. Alarmed by sentinel, the wolf, whose howls is watch, thou sure and firm-set earth, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design, moves like a ghost, thou sure and firm-set earth. Hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones break my whereabout, and take the present horror from the tide, which now shoots with it, whiles I tread, he lives, verged to the heat of deeds to cold breath gives. I go, and it is done, the bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell. Thank you.
The toaster! Alright folks, gather round, 'cause I'm about to unveil the utterly dramatic, tragically hilarious tale of my attempt to make a toast this morning. Yes, toast. You know, that crispy golden brown slice of perfection. Yeah, that. It all started innocently enough. I woke up, a vision of breakfast bliss dancing in my head, a symphony of sizzling bacon, a chorus of clinking coffee cups, and the star of the show, a perfectly toasted piece of bread. Little did I know the universe had other plans. First, the toaster. My trusty, so I thought, toaster! It decided today was the day it would channel its inner dragon. 1 minute, it was a harmless kitchen appliance. The next, it was spewing smoke like a discount fog machine at a heavy metal concert. I bravely, or perhaps foolishly, attempted to intervene. I grabbed a spatula, like a knight wielding a rusty sword, ready to battle the fury beast. But the toast? Oh, the toast. It was no longer golden. It was charcoal. A monument to my culinary incompetence. And then the smoke alarm. Oh, the sweet melodic screech of impending doom. It wailed like a banshee with a megaphone, alerting the entire neighborhood to my breakfast catastrophe. My dog, bless his furry soul, decided this was the perfect time for a dramatic reenactment of a squirrel chase, sending the coffee table flying, and my dignity crashing down to the floor. So there I was, standing amidst the chaos, a blackened piece of toast in one hand, a spatula in the other, and the smoke alarm serenading my breakfast failure. But you know what? It wasn't all bad. I learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes breakfast is best left to the professionals. And also, maybe I should invest in a fire extinguisher and perhaps a new dog. And definitely a new toaster. To toast! May your mornings be less smoky and your bread less carbonized. Thank you.